And we're ready. Sean, Sean's a dungeon master, right?
What's a dungeon master?
Well, it's like it's this little shop down the corner. Oh, it's beauty. You buy your gods, your maps, and swords.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh.
Part 2!
Yeah.
Oh, you said go. I thought you were just saying a random thing like you usually do. Noise. All right. Part 2. You all meet back up in your own way to the spot assigned by Equalis. So let's go around and what do you guys do in the interim and how do you get back?
I said, I already gave that whole tangent about saying goodbye to my band, so I walked back up with my guitar thing that I have. I wait. All armored up.
Well, that's fun. Alright, so Thatch and I meander back to the shop I keep tabs over, which is nothing more than a run-down hovel at this point. It doesn't have much weapons left in it. But, I do manage to find some bolts for him.
Mm-hmm. And he's very grateful.
And, I guess I take one last look around, knowing that I won't be back for a while. And then we exit the building, and I lock it up, quote unquote, which is more just like...
You shut the door.
Yeah. You move some things in front of it, but she's not really super concerned about anyone breaking in because no one's come to the shop for a long time. It was her old master, I suppose, who owned the shop. She's just kind of watching it since he passed.
Welcome to Sloppy Pete's.
The whole time Thatch is in there, he's very impressed with it, even though it's not very good. He's like a kid in a toy store.
Oh.
And when you leave, he sort of forgets why he's following you around, but he does anyway. So.
All right.
Well, I went to go grab a bite at a meat cafe, but then after I was done, I mostly just sat around and I felt awkward. So then I ordered some more meat and then I got some sauce on my cape. And then I came back here,
Take 1 damage.
Oh.
Yeah, he finished way before the meeting started again. Like, oh, what?
you like, you know when you like go to a fair and you have like a schedule to keep, but you like do something way too early, so it's like you're waiting around.
He's just slapping the table.
Your friends just like, oh.
Oh.
Next, what do you do?
I guess I'll just kind of appear out of the shadowiest area available within sight, and I have a crossbow on my back, and I'm looking mildly sullen, but other than that, I do nothing.
She spent like an hour trying to find the shadowiest spot. Like, well, that's pretty dark, I guess.
Oh,
Sun keeps changing.
Sean,
I have a crossbow on my back that I randomly got, but I'm not telling you how.
Oh.
All right.
It's fairly normal. Did we ever figure out what the damage was for a crossbow?
100.
Well, shit.
Can it be on your sheet for range that we gave you just now?
Oh, it's on there?
It should tell you what the weapon damage is.
It should.
I need to find it. Don't know where these things are.
Definitely, yeah.
It just says hand crossbow.
Yeah, that's 8. It's on the
Oh,
right
there
side.
it is. I found it.
It's 1d6 plus 5.
Thank God it says
I
that.
found it.
I thought I did this wrong and it wouldn't actually say. Regard.
All right.
Sean, are we fully healed after this?
Yeah, we good?
Or are we going to take some health back? Because I know I gained a lot of hit points through leveling up.
Yeah, you're better now.
Alright, good. I'm at
We all
36.
we
I mean,
stayed
that-
at the inn.
So when you get back together in the same spot, it's not quite dusk yet, but it's the sun's past noon a little bit. You've been gone down in the dungeons for a while, so now you all make your way to the south gate of Oris, which is relatively bare compared to the other gates of the city. The districts of the city are divided up depending on the region that their gate represents. So the southern district reflects that and has a bunch of pointed towers and twisted-looking armor guards and all sorts of things creepy.
Go figure.
Jack Skeleton.
The gate itself is like an immense barn door that's made of metal and has bars at the top, kind of like arrows. The gate is almost always open, so you don't have to worry about requesting anything from the gate master. And as you walk along, there's a bunch of vagrant-like folk kind of lining the streets. They'll have like bonnets or farmer hats on with tattered robes and cloaks the color of dead leaves and swamp moss. And outside the gate,
Kind of people.
yeah, homeless people.
Oh.
Outside the
Information.
gate are others like them, but they're a little more well-dressed, so to speak. And for instance, you see a man struggling with his horse in one spot, and in another place you see a couple of caravan guards standing around a pack of animals waiting to leave or having just got there. And then there's some mercenaries that seem to be talking to each other before you all start walking past them. And they shut up right as you do, and they stare grimly at all of you. As Thatch walks past one of them, he spits in front of Thatch's path, and Thatch just kind of slinks past him and to get away on ahead, and he's kind of looking at them uneasily. The path is dry as the morning mist seems to have left as the day went on. And out before you are hills and fields of green grass and some oaks spread here and there. But otherwise, further off, there's a forest that you can see in the distance. And that seems to be oak. So you all kind of walk a while.
Wait.
Yeah, what?
What? I think we would have a word with this mercenary band who just spat at our friend.
Oh, is
yeah.
that a forest in the distance?
Oh, yeah, sure, if you want.
I'm gonna look at them and go, what, buddy? I'm gonna do like when your mom has to talk to someone for you, like, is there a problem?
Is there
Yeah.
a problem here?
Okay, the mercenary who spit was a dragonborn who was in full plate mail and
Good.
a half plate helmet. His arms are folded, and he gives you a once over, and he doesn't really say anything. He just kind of grunts at you and just turns back to his buddies and keeps talking.
Well, that attitude's gonna get you nowhere, scale
Oh.
face.
Oh, my daily. No, don't attract his attention again. I am going to steal his coin purse.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Where is that? Is that the last one? Quick fingers! Yeah.
I don't think it's
All
too
right.
late.
It might be daily. Mine was daily.
I have no idea how to use this.
You just
Read it.
Prerequisite, I must be trained in thievery, which I am. Effect, make a thievery check as part of this action, even if the check is normally a standard action. My thievery is 13?
Yep.
Is that what you said?
you can check on your sheet. It's got everything.
There it is! It's 13! I don't know what to do with that, but there you go.
That's a bonus to what you roll.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. bravery bonus?
Did you roll a
Right.
7?
I rolled an 8.
21.
All right. So as he's talking, you kind of use your powers of subtlety and smallness to slink across behind him, and he has a sort of a brown pouch hanging from the back of his belt under his shield that's on his back, and you pluck it, you take it, and inside it is one sort of aqua-looking gem that seems to glow.
Oh, God.
All of the gems! I'm
Enough
so
of this.
excited. As the thief, this is a good day for me.
All right.
And, yeah.
And now we move on to whatever we were doing.
Yep. So y'all walk a while down the pretty much straightforward path. It's pretty wide. It's meant for caravans and different traffic. And as you walk, there's just you get to a point where it's no longer really hills so much as it's just fields of grass on either side of the dirt road, and you see someone sitting on the side of the road on a tree stump with a fallen tree resting on the grass behind him. It looks like a relatively new chopped down tree due to the fact that it's still got most of the green leaves clinging to the branches. There's an axe stuck in the trunk as well. And as you near, you see the person is a man with a scraggly chestnut beard that's gray in more than a few places. And he has a few strands of hair that snake across his forehead out from his tan hood. He looks to be playing an instrument, some kind of guitar. And he seems to be tuning it and playing small riffs at once. And he notices you all. He gives a thin smile behind his whiskers and remarks, "Evening to you."
And you, friend.
I'm Bombadil.
He's wearing muted tan robes with some worn leather boots, and he has bags under his eyes that let you know he's old. He's pretty old. He's probably in his 60s or maybe even 70s.
Oh my.
He doesn't seem to be armed, but he does have a sort of backpack resting beside the stump that he's sitting on the stump of the tree that he cut down, evidently, and he has the pack resting on the side of the stump, and it's full of all of his belongings mostly. And the instrument he's holding is a guitar with a long neck and 2 strings, but it looks like there may have been more strings at some point. It's very angular and lanky, like someone took the neck of it and stretched it out as far as it would go without snapping, if it were like taffy or something. And he looks at all of you and he says, "Name's Jonas, or Gypsy Joe, as they call me. Traveling bard and lumberjack at your service. And who might you all be, if you don't mind me asking?"
Are you a
Nix.
tree spirit?
Oh god.
Like,
Oh, I chop them down, sonny.
We're the, God, let me fix that for you. I'm really pissed off about this guitar. Dear God. It's all out of tune.
It's fine, it's fine.
No, give me the,
You guys are like squabbling
I'm
over
grabbing
the guitar.
for it.
Sonny, I've been playing guitar longer than you've been a cymbal, let me tell you.
And I am rated 5 bags of popcorn on the official newsletter of Oris. All right, let's see where you're. Let's just hand it over. All right.
I subscribe to that newsletter.
Well, just be careful with it. Oh,
Oh.
here, take it.
All right. And then you can keep twanging it as I go to fix it. Pull some wire out of my bag. We're I look at the group. The Chitty, no. We're the fighting gate. No.
And lo, you see me with a bucket of fried chicken, eating it.
We're I look around to some metal. Rusty. I hear a rooster off in the distance. Roosters. We're the Rusty Rooster Gang. That's us.
Vane just kind of looks at him silently, just like,
You see no rust and you hear no rooster.
yeah.
I rolled to see a rust and a roost.
All right, okay, roll.
Never mind, I did it anyway.
No, I mean roll. Yeah, tell me the roll.
4.
Okay, take a -4 to that.
Okay, then I mistook what I was seeing.
Yeah, you did.
Listen, I need to get this fucking name up here somehow, alright?
Okay. Maybe you saw it when you were going through the town and you saw something like that.
Maybe you saw me eating a bucket of fried chicken from Rusty Rooster.
Maybe you wanted to rename your band that and no one really went for it.
Oh yeah, retcon what I just said. We're the Rusty Roosters. Yeah, that's us.
Still,
Rusty.
Vane just looks at you and uttered, like, what? Where's that? I haven't said anything.
Rusty, well, I can't say it's the weirdest thing I've ever heard. Well, I guess it fits all y'all. You're a rusty looking fella.
But
What?
I'm really pristine. Let's move on. What is your name?
I told you.
I forgot.
My name's Jonas or Gypsy Joe.
Right, Gypsy Jonas.
Joe Jonas.
Down, 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 down. I was just so fuck. All right, got it. I hand the guitar back.
Yeah, Thatch, he abruptly shouts his name, like a little kid might. Thatch! The old man just kind of laughs and nods, looking at the rest of you.
Well, I'm Aqualis. This is Vane. Nix is around here somewhere. On with him again. And that's, hold on. Nearly got it. That's Charlie, the wizard.
No, close. You're close.
Charlie, huh? Well,
No, oh.
that ain't your real name, is it, Sonny?
No, it's Dignan.
Dignan, that's what.
Dignan.
Just got it.
See, that suits you much more than Charlie did, big guy. Well, so where are you folks headed?
Oh, we're just headed to meet the teacher of this woman that we don't know for reasons we're not entirely sure of. There's a mystery here. And I intend to solve it.
Really?
After
Well,
all, we did just get kidnapped.
I see.
Crazy. We're in love. We're all ready to go out on an adventure.
So, yeah, at this point, Vane kind of pushes past Wallace and holds up the blade she has and just kind of, like, looks at him, seeing what his reaction might be.
Oh well, that's that sure is a sword there, dearie.
She just frowns.
Yeah, I push you back into the crowd. Yeah, well, that was a gamble and didn't really pay off. Anyway.
Just care for what?
Were we told the name of Nix's old master friend?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
She purposely kept it a secret.
Can you tell us the guy's name now?
No.
Well, okay.
I will, however,
Now,
ask
why are
Gypsy
you
Joe what he's
what?
doing out here.
Oh well, I'm just kind of taking in the surroundings. Chopped down this here tree behind me. I didn't much take a shining to how it was talking to me, so I cut it right down. Not 2 days ago, really.
Alright. Oh, God. That's crazy. Well, if you could give us anything to talk to this guy about, Nix, maybe we could find out about your teacher.
It isn't him, I would assume.
No.
Okay. I guess I'll do a perception check. Perception
All right.
roll.
You
See
can do
if I
anything you
can.
want.
All right,
get
go ahead.
anything from him?
Go ahead.
Ha! 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 That's a 2.
He is an old man playing a guitar.
Hey, that's not with my bonus.
Of
Nope.
Yeah, well,
That's
myself.
what is my new
8. Ha!
Geez, what?
It's
I have a ton of perception.
I trained it.
Oh, I have a 2 now in perception. Boy.
He's an old man playing guitar, and it seems like he's from the South, from his accent and how he
Right.
looks and everything.
That's awesome. Should there
Well,
not be a bonus then if he's from the South?
no, I mean,
Ah,
we're checking.
be that way. Be that way.
Yeah, I'll be heading into the city come sundown. Better get moving as it is, I guess. I don't know.
Having ascertained that he's from the South, I would like to ask him about any news from the South.
All right. Roll a charisma check.
That's gonna pass. That's a 17 all on its own. Now let me scroll all the way up here. Where's... Wow, it's in a different spot. Yeah, so that's gonna be a 20.
20. Wow.
Yep.
All right. So you
How far is
articulated
that?
pretty well.
Yep.
You want to like say it, or do you want me to just whatever?
Wing it.
All right. Well, yeah. So you say words.
Yep.
And he kind of he seems a little like apprehensive at first, and he sort of apologizes. He's like, you must forgive me. My mind kind of leaves me now and then, goes other places. Down there right now, there doesn't seem to be much going on, really. You know, the noble houses fighting over lands as usual, and all that political intrigue. And of course, there's the whole thing with the whole Nerock and the undead, and, well, no one really goes around those parts anyway, though. But other than that, seems pretty normal.
Ooh. I asked him about the sexy political intrigue.
Oh, well, I was never really much into that kind of stuff myself, but, you know, people fighting over bloodlines and who gets the succession of the house and who gets what and who doesn't get what and all that kind of stuff, you know.
But what was that about undead?
Oh, you don't know?
No.
Well, let me tell it. Wait a minute. Wait a second. You look a little...
Nothing.
Yeah, you're familiar, Sonny, Rust Bucket. I think I've seen you before.
I am in a famous band.
Yeah, come closer. I can't really see you too well from this distance.
Well,
And
that's,
you're not really standing too far away from him anyway, but...
Well, you hear voices from trees, so that seems like a bad idea.
It's
oh,
a
come on, boy.
thing.
I don't have no dang dagger on me or nothing.
I'd like to perceive him first.
All right.
Suspicion!
Oh. 17.
All right. Now what are you looking for? Like a weapon or just...
If he's dangerous.
Okay, you see that he has no weapons on him that are visible, or, I mean, if he had a knife anywhere, it would be kind of, really hidden in his boot somewhere, but
All right.
you can't really tell. But it seems like the axe that's stuck in the tree behind him, that seems to be his, but he doesn't really seem to go for it or anything. He's just kind of sitting there playing his guitar.
I do a not so subtle like, okay, I'll come on over. Scanning the whole area. All right. Walk on over.
All right.
Sort of kneel over.
So he kind of squints at you with his already kind of half-closed eyes, and he kind of looks into your eyes very carefully.
Just smiling.
Carefully.
He scratches his beard. Now my mind may take some tumbles now and then, but I can say I'm nearly sure you're the one that Neff was telling me about. She ran off with you and your merry band, she did, or am I mistaken?
You know, Neff.
Why, Sonny, I built her, in a manner of speaking.
Oh! Oh! As I'm yelling, I grab his hand and shake it heavily. Oh! You're Neff's dad.
Why, that's true. Well, you know, half father, I suppose. Would you like to hear the story?
Everyone else is like kind of antsy. They really don't want to, but I sit down on the log. Yes, of course I want to hear my drummer's story.
Thatch seems to be distracted by a butterfly, and he seems to be trying to keep lining up a shot at it with his crossbow, but every time he does it, obviously it just flutters away, so he keeps making noises of frustration and grunts. He doesn't seem to be listening, but he's running around the grass, kind of madly.
I love that.
Oh, come on, all y'all come sit down. I don't suggest sitting in the road, though. I'd like all of you to make a nature check.
Oh. Hell yeah, make a nature check, baby.
Oh, that's not. You got it.
Ah.
14.
Sex.
All right.
7. I'm not good
Ow.
at nature.
Ow.
What? Oh. What? Oh.
Yeah, way to pay attention now.
12. 12. I got 12.
All right. Okay. Nix and Declan, you both take a seat in some sort of uneven rocks and pebbles. It's a little uncomfortable, but not too bad.
I can't really tell now, can I?
No, you can't.
But
I mean,
flying. I never sit. Sitting is for people that can't fly.
Whatever you do, you're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some
If you were
mosquitoes
flying,
get you. You happy? You're covered in mosquitoes.
mosquitoes everywhere. All right, and Al and Mac, you sit on a flat, moss-covered stone that seems to be hidden under the grass, and it seems to be a little more comfortable than sitting on just rocks.
This sucks.
If you
You're a
guys would have rolled,
machine. What do you care?
if you guys would have rolled bad, you would have been sitting in an anthill.
I like how none of this would affect me. Just ants would crawl up over my eyes. Oh, does anyone else see the giant ants?
And if you guys rolled really good, Gypsy Joe would have given up his seat for you.
Jeez.
Well, I don't want to make him get up.
Not Joe Jonas.
He can sit on my lap.
All right, and Thatch, he notices you all sort of gathering around Gypsy Joe, and he sort of rolls into the grass as though he was being spotted by someone, and then he pokes his head out, smiling and grinning like it's a game or something. So, in true toddler fashion, he does that.
I'm just nodding fervently. I'm really excited.
Well, I hope y'all are ready, because this isn't a very short story, but I can remember most of it as it was my history. So, put your listening ears on. Yeah.
Got him.
A long time ago, before the war, I was a carpenter, taken after my father in constructive carpentry, which is a little more different than artisan carpentry. It requires a little more enterprising mind, if you know what I mean. More like an engineer sensibility. He nods over at Dignan, knowing that he's probably from the east, where there's a lot of industry and whatnot.
And I'm picking my nose. I was only half paying attention.
Yeah, my father was a quiet man. Heck, my mother said he could have passed as a field watcher the way he was quiet. But anyway, he was always putting together whatever he wanted and drew up. He let me help with him sometimes in his workshop, but other days he'd just lock himself away and build all on his own. One day, he went into town to buy some smaller metal pieces for a thresher that he was making, and we usually made those. I went to his workshop and played around as I did. I was a young boy, about 12 or 13 at the time. And I saw an old I'm sorry, did you want to say something?
No, I was just saying that is old, because you're really old. Sorry, go on.
I'm old now, but I wasn't then.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago if you were young then.
Well, that's right about that. I saw an old discarded parchment wedged into a corner behind some old chairs and plow parts. I struggled and finally was able to reach it. I unfolded it and sat on the table, and the plans that I knew were my father's, and it looked like a plans for a forged, or a rickety as us kids call them, you know. It's what you are, Qual, whatever your name is, whatever.
Yeah, just call me the bird.
Bird. Well, all right. So, I couldn't understand much besides of the drawings because I was, you know, I didn't really know all the technical speak of the laying out the plans and whatnot, the prints. And it was curious to me, though, that it seemed like some of the individual parts of the forge were things that me and my father had made at some point, which got me excited. I kind of thought he was going to make me my very own rickety, and I'd be able to talk, I'd be the talk of the town, as it were. But there was something written on it that I did understand, or rather, I could read it, but I didn't really know what it meant. In the bottom right corner, written in less than steady handwriting, was something in a little bit fresher ink than the rest of it, and it wasn't the same color. And it said, "Thank you, Vernon." Vernon was my father's name. And the rest of it said, "This looks wonderful. If the worst rears its head, we put our trust in you to save her with this." And now I didn't really know what to make of all that, but I knew I had been looking at something that sure as crows fly I wasn't supposed to. So I folded it up and put it back as best I can, the way I found it. And I moved some stuff around and tried to make it look like I never disturbed it. I never talked to it to anyone, but, you know, not even myself. Yeah. And after a few months, I saw someone coming up the path to the house while I was in the fields. It was a man on a horse with a young girl in front of him in the saddle. The mother rushed out and called for my father, who came after. The man on the horse looked panicked, and the horse looked mighty tired. He got off and was careful to pull the girl off with him, but he seemed really quick about it. My father motioned for the man to follow swiftly as they ran to his workshop. I started walking at first, back up to the house. I thought that the man might have been my uncle, but I couldn't really tell because it was dark. Granted, the moon was bright as ever, as it always is down south. But as I thought more, the more I realized it was him. And at a closer look at the horse clarified it as I briskly walked past it. So I started running. I heard shouting now and then. It was my father, clear as he'd ever asked for anything as he called out for different parts. I heard him shuffling and clanging and wood knocking together as I approached the workshop. I tried to go in, but my mother kept me out. I listened for a while as I heard the strangest sounds follow the ones that I was used to. I still can't describe what I heard, and then there was a big flash of green light and what sounded like a tornado coming from inside. All of a sudden it stopped. Everything ceased, and the entirety of the night sky air was quiet. I finally climbed up on the roof and took a peek through one of the sun windows, careful not to be seen. And I saw my father leaning over the forge that I saw in the blueprint, and was sprawled out on the table. He was adjusting some smaller parts at the joints, and as I looked, I didn't see the little girl anywhere. My mother must have come to investigate where I was because I heard her yell at me to get off the roof, which startled me so badly I nearly fell off, and she probably would have thought it would have served me right if I did. But I got off the roof and sat down against the wall after a quick scolding. I fell asleep not long after, while waiting for what must have been hours that whole night. My mother had put a blanket over me and was resting next to me when I woke up the next morning, and she seemed to shake me awake, so I looked and I saw my father standing in the door of the workshop cleaning his hands with a rag. My mother stood there and whispered to him for a while and then turned to me and said, "Come on in, Jonas." I stood up and I walked into the shop after both of them, and Saw my uncle holding the hand and talking to the forge, which was alive and working. It was sitting on the edge of the table with its legs dangling off the sides. My mother then added, "Say hello to your cousin." My mouth unhinged and hung so low you could have stored a dozen eggs in it. Rickety looked at me and then gave a shy wave that I recognized. My mother pushed me forward and I seemed stunned. I swallowed and then very weakly managed to say hello. She answered with a hi, in a voice that was different, but still a little bit of hers that was still in there. I kind of recognized it. But it sounded like she was speaking through a tin pipe. So anyway, a year later, things are pretty much same as normal. My father, for the very first time, gave me my first guitar. And it's this very same one I have right here. And so far, it's the only guitar I've ever used. He told me one thing when he gave it to me. He said, he knelt down, he looked at me straight in the eyes, and he solemnly said, "These strings are strong, but if one ever breaks, never replace it. Keep that broken string with you as it's a token of your memory, and keep playing with what you got left." I've got 2 strings left of the 5 that I once had, but I'm still playing. Lower notes though they may be. So, not a few days after I was given this guitar, my cousin stopped by for a visit, as she had, every week then, since she came to life, as it were, in her new body. Only this time she had an instrument too. She ran as quick as her rickety legs could take her up the path to the house, and excited as she could be, and presented a banjo and said to me, "Look what my father got me." And I replied in the exact same fashion, with a little more emphasis on my. And we both kind of sat there on the porch and played and played. We did so every week for years until one day I was playing alone and my father told me that I should put my guitar away, very sternly and very coldly. I hadn't heard him talk like that in a long time. And he said that I needed to help him build something. And I walked with him into the shop almost like I was about to get a talking to, but I saw the plans that he had on the table, and it was a thresher, but it was the fiercest thresher I'd ever seen. My father looked at me with a stern face and he said, "Let's get to work." And that's when the war had begun. He's silent for a while, sort of staring off into nothing until he starts talking again. I met with Nafeen now and then after all that was over, especially recently when you all were playing that border town southwards. He nods over at Aqualis. She spoke mighty highly of you and your bandmates, saying that she had found a new life in percussion. I'm mighty grateful she's happy with all, and I'm obliged that you recognized her talent.
My hands are folded up to my chin. My eyes are really wide. That's horrifying.
Oh, well,
It's
you
like
know.
all I have to say is I uncross my arm and still kind of look casual.
Yeah, years later after it happened, I found out she was deathly sick, and my father had some sort of strange, well, I guess I don't know what else to call it, but magic. And he sort of worked at that one night and was able to put her body straight into one of those warforged, as y'all are called.
Yeah, up north, rickety is kind of a racist term.
Oh, down south they don't mind it.
Well,
You're just
The
kind
South shall rise again.
I thought a rust bucket was a little bit worse than that.
Ooh, oh, yeah, yeah.
What, rust bucket?
Yeah. Oh, is that where the sun is? Oh, I guess we better go.
Oh, well, anyhow, more or less. Well, isn't this a cute little gathering? Gypsy Joe was interrupted by there are 5
Rival.
mercenary-looking types. That were
Oh God!
Oh no, it's Chet.
And
The bad news gang.
they had been approaching down on the road, coming from the city, and the same ones from earlier that were giving Thatch the stink eye, and the one that spoke out was the Dragonborn that spat. He's wearing his mud-stained armor with his half-helm on. Behind him is a dwarf male with an orange beard and a wide-brim hat, a dwarf female with blonde hair and fur-lined robes, a pixie woman with a mohawk and a bandit mask and slightly shredded wings, and an elf woman with spine shoulder pads and a regal-looking tiara. And they don't look
My
very
God.
happy.
There are exact opposites.
So Vane, she stands up pretty abruptly and faces them with just kind of like a frown on her face. She doesn't really say anything.
Yeah, Gypsy
She
Joe.
her hand's on her sword, by the way. She puts her hand there just in case.
Gypsy Joe looks at the new five, much like how he looked at you five, and he offers a smile the same as he did to you all, and he seems unfazed by being interrupted, as he almost seemed pretty much done with the story anyway. And he says, "Well, hey there, friends. How are y'all? Why don't you come over and have a seat in the grass?" He looks over at you, Aqualis, and he's like, "Yeah, what say you and I give us them, a show or something? You got your instrument with you?"
I do, but these guys are kind of piss ants. I mean, if they want a show, I will, but
The Dragonborn just kind of scowls at you, and he looks over at the old man. He's like, "Shut up, you old coot. You!" And he points over at Thatch, who seems to be cowering in the grass, trying to get as low as possible, but his hunch kind of gives him away. "Yeah, I see you in there, you mongrel. Come out." Thatch very shakily shows his face from the grass. "Like you get away with it, huh? Leading these people into another one of your damn traps, huh?" Thatch looks a little shocked, but he's jittering a bunch, as he usually does. But the Dragonborn looks back at all of you. "Yeah, that's right. Your little friend was going to have his pack of buddies ambush you once you got across the border and into the Twisted Woods. It's what they do."
I look at Thatch, heartbroken. Is this true?
Thatch begins sort of channeling this shaking into a horizontal fashion, and now he's shaking his head as rapidly as he can, not really saying anything as the Dragonborn keeps talking. "Used to happen all the time. Gnolls would slither out up into Edith and into Oris, offering their services as guides to those who were looking to head southward, and they laid them straight into a trap." Thatch finally manages a no, and then another one, and then another one, and he just keeps going, "No, no, 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 no. I won't hurt my new friends. Don't want to. Looking for teacher." And he points at Nyx, even though the Dragonborn has no idea what he's talking about. And he looks very unconvinced. And Gypsy Joe kind of interjects. He's like, "Now hold on there, Sonny. Okay. I've met plenty of gnolls, and I can tell you which has got the unsavory intent hidden behind them dark eyes, and I see no such malice in this one. Why, he's a great listener." And for once, he's actually kind of right. Thatch kind of seemed either extremely bored with the story, or he was really enthralled by the old man's story, because he wasn't really moving at all the whole time, which might be a record for how long he sat in one place without doing anything or being unconscious. "Then he's just a better liar than most," says the Dragonborn, and he draws his sword and pulls the shield off his back. "Boy, I'm warning you, the sheer time I've spent fighting in my life amounts to more years than you've been alive. So I suggest you put that blade away before..." The Dragonborn slices down with an angry speed, and it lops the head off the Gypsy Joe's guitar.
Oh,
Jesus.
oh God, Sean.
Joe just kind of sits there staring at the cleaved end of his instrument, his old eyes now very wide and awake. "That shut you up. Now hand over the knoll. The city is paying a lot for turning in bandits, and we aim to collect."
Okay, so Vane's up. She's already up. So after that happens, she, I'm gonna say, steps in front of Thatch. I'm not exactly sure where we are.
Oh yeah, let's go.
But she steps in front of Thatch and puts her sword out quietly but sternly. Like, she draws it with a loud clang.
All right, let's all join the nice cool thing.
I'm for I scribble.
Time to love his head off.
Oh,
W's,
and I
W's,
You
used
scared the
W's.
crap out of me. And lobs the head of
Yeah,
his
I wanted-
guitar off.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
I was like, oh, jeez.
I just shout, "Joe's guitar!"
It's the same one as last time, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be fun to watch when it's all over.
Oh shit, I'm on the wrong layer.
God damn.
Well, shouldn't it? Oh. Just color pick it all over it.
Okay.
Well, someone.
Ah, it was done for me by a kind person.
Me.
Ah.
All right.
I was gonna say what John
So then,
You can see that, right?
yep.
Wait, where
Okay.
are the enemies, Sean? Because I'm right up on this guy.
Let me situate them all. I gotta use colors for these guys too. Let's see. Dragonborn.
said. A Dragon Ball.
The Dragonborn is right there. Oh, whoops.
Wow, he's way up in the group.
Oh.
Right. Hey, you all are in the grass, or you were, or if you haven't moved yet, but yeah. Yeah, so the stump's right there. Any
All right. In there.
It's gonna move right there then. If I'm sword to sword with this man.
You're digging swords.
Joe's right on the stump.
Touching swords. Really erotic.
Touch tips.
Thatch is right there.
Okay,
Now for the enemies.
they're still loading. Gotta go through all of our last campaign, 1,000 Donkey Kong.
All right, the red one is the male dwarf. Let's see. Pink one's a female dwarf. The yellow is the elf. And the aqua is the pixie.
That's a big pixie.
All right, yeah, I should probably use a smaller one.
What is she, a 5-foot pixie? Shit.
Shit.
You're really big.
For
You
God's
sure
sake,
you're a
everyone is
pixie?
drawn on the wrong layer.
I did not. Yeah, I did not draw.
I am the only one who didn't draw on the wrong fucking layer.
No,
The
I
one
get
that it
green.
starts
Yeah.
us on. Wasn't ready for that.
Oh man, it's so
Sorry,
colorful.
Sean.
Beautiful.
God.
It had a beautiful texture. Then we fucked it up.
You fucked it right up. You fucked it right up. All right. So what do you all do at this point? Just kind of, you're not in combat yet or anything. You're just kind of.
We're just
I
hanging out.
would like to make a diplomacy roll.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me go through some more
Nice.
text before you do that.
And
The dwarf male pulls off a hefty sledgehammer from his back. And, the other dwarf, the dwarf woman, pulls off a staff with a gem at its tip. The pixie pulls off a short bow, and the elf 2 curved blades. And
They call them respectively sledge, blade, bow, and
actually yes.
Yeah.
Cannon.
No, they're not actually. All right, so
never mind. I don't want to make a diplomacy roll anymore.
Yeah.
There's a
Gypsy Joe.
gem in that staff, and
I
that
do.
pixie is a short bow. So kill them, take their shit.
Gypsy Joe finally breaks out of his paralysis and carefully sets down what's left of his guitar into the grass beside the stump. As he stands up, he walks angrily back over to the felled tree and yanks the axe out of the trunk. And he holds it midway at the handle in one hand, and he points it at the Dragonborn, saying, I'm gonna make boots out of you, you son of a bitch.
Oh my god.
Well, damn.
Those are racist.
And Thatch kind of grabs his ears and just crouches in the grass with closed eyes, and he makes worried whines and grunts. Gypsy Joe throws his robes back, and he has a leather tunic on that's kind of tattered, and he has rolled up pants that look like shorts, and he has metal banded military looking boots, which look like they were very old. And he kind of charges forward at the Dragonborn. He's like, "Come on, boys, let's show them what for."
Can I roll to stop him?
Sure.
Yeah, cause me and the Dragonborn are our swords actually like touching at this point? Like, are we doing that thing?
You touching tips? No.
It's gross.
He already put his. He looks kind of ready to fight, but he doesn't have his weapon like out anymore after cutting off the end of the guitar.
Alright, Vane's just got her sword out then, holding it in both
Alright,
hands.
do whatever you guys want.
I'm gonna go ahead and use
Okay.
greater invisibility.
Just immediately.
Actually, that's probably the smartest thing someone
It
can
is.
do.
You know,
Just get
theoretically,
Attack 'em.
if we rolled high enough on diplomacy, could we convince them to give us their weapons?
No. These guys look very. I want to say like hardened, I guess. They look like
Alright.
they've killed a lot of.
Alright,
I'm gonna try rolling for diplomacy anyway.
Well, first,
Alright.
to make sense story-wise, I'm gonna roll to stop this old man charging.
All right.
All right, what is kind of roll is that?
All right, I rolled
You
a
got
7 with no extra.
Sake.
Roll an athletics check.
Oh, good, I got a big bonus. 7.
You kind of grasp at his rope and
How about
sort of.
I try to stop him because I see that Equalis misses. It's athletics, you said?
Uh-huh.
Let me take a look.
In a book.
Yeah, I got 9 extra athletics.
Oh,
Let me do it.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Alright, 28.
Alright. You pull him back and throw him back onto the stump, sitting down.
And you like kick the back of his leg out and then place him very sternly onto the log.
You're just gonna like
kinda-
grasp for
Don't
him.
break him. He's an old person.
He kind of looks confused. He's like, "Get off me! I want to tear this guy apart."
You giggle, but that Dragonborn destroyed the last remnant of that man's father.
I know. Well,
True.
I'm giggling because of how high I rolled. That was pretty ridiculous. But there was a point to this. We need to do this tactfully. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna look at that and I'm gonna say him. I'm gonna
Say Adam.
I'm gonna
I say him.
Vane just kind of looks at him and, oh my god, oh, you're killing
Just
me.
take that as an example of like, you rolled really well in the athletics, but then as you say it out loud, it's stop.
Okay. I don't remember what Spyro looks like. So this is Spyro the Dragonborn.
Vane looks at the old man and just says, calm down or relax or something. Just like 1 or 2 words saying that he needs to not just charge in.
Could just say no as you thump him on a stump.
Yeah.
No. No, you know,
No.
I'm gonna go with relax. I like that one better. Thump him down, relax.
Relax.
It's moonshine.
You're telling me to relax after he killed Ina?
Ah, he named his guitar. That's never good.
It's too late.
I look at my named guitar. He's gonna be attached.
Oh god.
That's never good, is it, Eleanor? Ah, shit.
That's never good, is it, Hatsune Miku?
You're the one friend that.
So, are we going for diplomacy? Because that means either I have to uncloak and talk to them, or
Quit forgetting that I'm the
Wallace
diplomat.
does.
I have a lot for it.
I was just saying.
I can handle it.
Okay.
All right.
Came out my nose. It really hurt. Ow. Alright.
Al rolled diplomacy already,
Yeah, I
Yep,
did rolled
and failed.
7 for diplomacy.
which is why I'm gonna do it later. But let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Um.
See, this is
Okay.
gonna be funny if I rolled it.
Okay. Roll for initiative.
What?
Ah!
You stopped him from attacking first, so they are going to make the first move.
Oh god damn it! I
Mac!
diplomacy after.
What's my new initiative additive?
Oh god, now I have to look at that and it's gonna be shitty.
3.
Okay, I got 13 plus 4. No, wait, no, that's intelligence. Never
I
mind.
guess I should be glad that this is the worst my natural 1 just got me.
Okay,
Got a natural
Oh.
1, everybody.
I got a 2.
Oh.
I got 13 plus, I think, 1. Cause yeah, okay. I think that's the number on the, and then it's the only number in initiative on the left. That's the modifier, right?
Unless Bodhi rolled negative, she should get a modifier to that too.
I don't. My wisdom is shit.
You
What?
don't get it off of wisdom.
Initiative.
It doesn't. Where is it? I don't see it on your sheet.
It's at the top left.
Left.
It's like, okay, go find
Oh,
big
I found it. I
point
found
thing.
it. I found it.
Yeah.
All right, and the
Directly above
yeah,
that.
and the one thing is the modifier, right? Like the one number.
Yeah, in it, and then below it is your modifier.
8.
Wait,
So I
below
have
it?
8 then.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yes, I think I. Yes, that'll do.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I rolled a 13 plus the 1 for my modifier.
All right. Mac, what did you get?
I got a 12, good sir.
Putting it in the chat.
All right. Yeah. Okay, time to roll for everyone else.
One.
Drum roll, please, for the whole
One.
time.
1.
Why don't you drum roll the whole time?
That's our microphone, Mac.
Okay, let's see. Fetch. It's gonna be a lot of rolls.
What? Oh, God damn it.
14.
Al, how's that dog doing?
He's like somewhere else right now.
He's eating my leg off. It's no big deal.
He's somewhere else right now.
He was kind of toothing or something on my leg, like IRL.
Good.
8.
Whose dog is this?
The guy I housed it for.
14. All right. Let's see. Who is
Used to be a
first?
different dog, but then that dog died. Now it's a new dog.
Let's see. First to attack is the male dwarf with the sledgehammer.
Oh, lovely.
Okay, so he is going to move right in. Up to Gypsy Joe,
Joe!
Oh no, Joe.
and he is going to make a swing at him with his sledgehammer.
Why didn't you diplomacy first?
I don't think it was gonna get us anything.
Yeah, either way, this fight is gonna start, apparently.
Oh,
What do you do?
all right. He swings, and it kind of misses. It hits off the rest of the stump that's sort of
It
left hanging.
smashes his guitar.
No, it doesn't. That would have been if he got a really good roll. So Joe kind of he does some old stuff that's a little too acrobatic from his age, but he manages to dodge it. Oh, The sledge just kind of sails over him as he goes back, Matrix sort of style. Boom,
I
I'm back.
slip his shorts. Oh.
So the
Mamma mia.
sledge misses him. And next up would be Al. You're up, buddy.
Oh, okay. Let's see. What do I want to do for this turn? Let's see.
So, Sean, what all is like acrobatics good for?
Climbing up stuff, mostly.
What about
All right then.
Or jumping over ledges that are, or gaps or whatever.
Alright.
Okay, what I think I'd like to do is I'd like to use color spray, which is, no, actually, first I think. All right, I'd like.
Bang him like an egg.
Yeah. So, let me move in closer here, right here, and I'd like to use
Jeez.
God damn it.
color. Yeah, color spray, which is intelligence versus will. Okay, so
Which one's Will?
I don't know. Okay, all right. So that's 2 plus my intelligence modifier 4.
Yeah, that ain't gonna do it. All right. Anything else, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's okay. Would have been really cool. Would have dazed all of the other guys until the end of our next turn.
Oh, jeez. All right. Next up is Joe.
Crazy
And
Joe DeVola.
after dodging that sledge, he
Sweet
seems
dodge.
to get some of his limberness back in his youth. Like, oh, long time since I did this. And he hefts his axe in his hand and goes straight for the Dragonborn. And he is going to roll a... Oh, nope, not gonna do it. He swings it, and it's gonna... The Dragonborn's gonna raise his shield, and it's gonna... Baxter's just gonna go straight into that thing, just kind of clang off and reverberate. Just kind of stumble backwards. Next up will be the dwarf female,
Dwarf female.
and she is just going to move right over. See, she's gonna move right here, actually. And she's going to aim at you, Equalis.
Oh!
And she's
Not
going to
bad.
sort of lower her staff and point it at you, and a charge is going to be line up with it and sort of start to glow. And she rolls a 1 plus 1 is 15 versus AC.
Nope.
All right.
Ooh,
She fires,
that's
kind of
see.
evaporates on your metal chassis.
Yeah, I just hold my shoulder down and it sort of bounces right off, and I turn back and roar.
And all right, next up would be who is next up? It's Mac. Mac's turn.
Perfect. Alright, so Zane jumps right on over here, right after Hollis gets shot at. And I'm going to do my new ability, Sword of Sigils? I don't know.
Sigils.
Sigils? Whatever.
Stickles.
Sigils?
Mostacoli?
Look. Alright, so it's got burst range of 1, so I'm going to hit all 3 of the people in front of me.
Hopefully.
Okay.
It's going to be intelligence versus AC. Oh yeah, I put it back in here. Please be a good roll.
You're not very smart.
Of course it's not. Alright, and I get a modifier of
3.
oh
We
yeah.
go. No, 4.
So I get
11.
11.
Nope.
Oh.
No.
Man, we are all sucking it up right now.
Yeah.
Not just us, but the other guys too.
Everyone's just bumbling around.
Terrible,
Bunch of,
terrible
bunch of
fight.
circus clowns over here.
Uh-huh. Alright, and next up would be it's the yellow elf's turn. She isn't really yellow, but her thing is. So she has yellow hair. Alright. She is going to she's gonna attack the Minotaur right in front of her with her 2 blades.
Oh no, I'm that Minotaur.
It's you! And she's going to roll a 16 versus AC.
Oh, son of a bitch. I have
Oh, it
15.
doesn't hit, right?
15.
Barely hits. Alright, and she's going to do
0 damage. Say 0 damage.
oh wow. Yeah, she's gonna do 12 damage
Oh.
with which is divided amongst both of her swords. So, alright. Sorry, Al, you died. Alright. Next up.
No. Okay, so do I have 12 damage or 24 damage?
No, not 24. Jeez, no, Christ.
Okay, yeah.
12 damage, Al.
You're shot
All
through
right.
the heart.
Jesus, no.
Gee,
Oh.
oh, Al, God.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, not 24. God damn it. Alright, next up is Nyx.
Woo! I'm in a very tactically awkward position.
Damn, we're in a
Good
tight
position.
Hold on, let me review my new abilities.
This whole time. It's a whole attack of its own. It's just been a minor this whole time. I'm an idiot.
What?
That's pimpin'. Pimpin' baller.
I didn't realize. Oh my goodness. All minor standard except for what? Earthshock's a minor?
Where are we at? What are we in for?
Up. I'm gonna use Clever Strike. It's an attack. This is my dexterity versus your AC, and I'm attacking the dwarf in front of our good friend Joe Gypsy, whatever his name is.
Name's Joe Gypsy. Sales.
His name is Joe Jonas.
Backwards talk I do. Yoda.
Like the Jonas brother. Joe Jonas.
If an ally is adjacent to the target and is able to attack it, I have combat advantage against that target for this attack.
Alright.
And I'm using my daggers. So it's a d4 plus 5 damage. But I have to roll for dexterity first. Ha! What's my
Alright.
modifier for that now? 5. That's a 19, that is.
And you're attacking
The red dwarf.
Alright.
Red dwarf.
That's my favorite TV show.
That's
Ah.
my top 10.
And it's a sneak attack, so I have a bonus because I'm invisible right now.
Alright, so what was the number again?
19 for the AC.
That's
Or for my dexterity. Sneak attack is +1 6-sided die.
That's gonna hit him.
Yay! Where's this excited die? There's a sneak attack.
Where's the excited die?
My d4. 7 plus 5 for the damage modifier. 12,
12. All right.
I believe, is what
So-
it is now.
So you surprise this dwarf who, by all accounts, seems to not have really noticed that you disappeared in the first place. Kind of goes, "Ow!"
God.
Strike
Oh,
him.
hell bells!
Oh, hey there. Blimey. All right, and then he gets hit, and yeah. All right, next up is the Dragonborn, who seems to want to go for Thatch more than anything.
Oh, Thatch!
Sky.
He's very single-minded, so he moves, sort of pushes back the old man who, after blocking his attack, and quickly runs over to Thatch, who is still
I have to whirl around and strike him with my blade.
cowering in the ground.
Interrupt, Mac, interrupt.
Can't. I don't have him marked. I was gonna mark him next turn. I was gonna mark him last turn, but I missed.
And he is the weakest link.
Goodbye.
Oh, wow. He rolls a 5, and so he's going to make a swing into the grass. He's going to cut some blades of grass off, but he's not going to quite hit Thatch, who is still sort of slithering through the grass like a snake, just terrified, and he's going in circles in the square that he's in, just kind of rolling around and freaking out. So he misses his attack. And next up is the other pixie, and
Oh, shit.
she, having noticed Nyx come out of stealth, sort of smirks behind her bandit mask, and she
Goes
out.
invisible.
Oh, shit.
She goes out further down the road, and
It's time for Pixie Dagger fight!
she raises up into the air with her wings, which gives her a little bit of a height advantage. She's going to be able to actually shoot past the dwarf at you.
Whoa.
Unless she rolls poorly and gets it in his head.
Everyone's rolled poorly pretty much this round.
Oh, wow. Ew. She rolls 18 plus 2 is 20.
Whoa.
I would like to dodge. I don't know if I can do that.
I don't know.
You got your abilities.
Actually, no, that's versus dexterity. So.
Where would that even be?
Your abilities are at the bottom of the sheet.
Well, but it's a not a passive. It's a thingamabob.
Alright, good.
Ah! I get a free dodge feat as a pixie. So
Alright.
I don't know what that means, but can I roll against it and see if it would hit and then dodge it, or just blatantly dodge it?
I thought feats were encounter powers, or that one. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Yeah, give us
I think you have to roll for it.
Well, yeah, roll for it, but before or
Wait.
after we decide whether it would hit?
Oh well, yeah, I don't know. I think it does actually hit. You have to use it before.
All
You
right.
have to tell me before I roll for an attack. Like, nope.
All right.
Hold on.
I'm dodging.
Kind of like divine guidance, where you can roll again if a paladin has that, where they allow someone to roll another again for a saving throw. So,
Yeah, actually, there is one that she has that pertains to dodging.
Which
All right.
one? Oh, Artful Dodger?
No.
No, second
Chance. When an attack hits you, force an enemy to roll the attack again. The enemy uses the second roll, even if it's lower.
But I guess that's kind of a dodge.
Is he gonna get higher than 18, Bodhi?
That's fine.
He got like
I'm-
a 20.
Yeah.
Like
I got a 20 versus AC, so or reflex. Rather.
I mean, he does
Reflex?
100 damage, so
Now, what's your reflex, Bodhi?
I don't know where that is.
Up near your
It just has dexterity, and my dexterity is 21.
Bodhi. Your reflex is right under your AC. Your reflex is 18.
Where is AC on this sheet?
The very
found it.
top.
I found it.
Thank you.
Got a big defenses column.
You gotta give me a second. You didn't say it was in defense. Regardless, it is 18.
Okay.
It still would hit you, so
It
you
still
can
hits.
use the second chance if you want. That
Fucking
doesn't.
second chance in this, I guess.
All right. So you still take the damage. Is that what it does?
You
No.
have to re-roll the dice.
Yeah, you have to re-roll against her
Yeah, reroll the
reflex.
hit thing.
Oh, all right. Oh, well, you're lucky. She rolled 2, so
Oh.
Ooh.
she is going to pull back on the bow, fire, and it is going to sail into the grass and get stuck there.
Good
It's
one.
a really bad hit. It could
And then
hit the dwarf. He's in front of me. I
Oh,
did stab him in the back.
that is
This is 4
true.
overall.
Let's see. Well, bonus plus. Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't a 2. It was a 5. So. I mean, with the bonuses, so it's not going to go in the dwarf's skull. So, I mean, if you get a really bad roll, it would. But
You could,
she
like,
kind of
you
she
could,
lowers
like,
back down onto the. Like, what were we saying?
He just cuts a chip in his boot and he goes, "Oh, yeah."
Oh, yeah,
What are
yeah.
you
Maybe
doing?
maybe she fires and it kind of no, she fires and it gets stuck in his beard. Whoa! Oh! Oh! Sorry.
Watch where you're shooting.
What were you shooting, Lay?
And now that's all you've got for second chance. You used it up because it's one encounter.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right. So next up is Thatch, and Thatch is currently feared, so he is not going to do anything, and he is going to stay feared until he is not feared anymore by being inspired by either one of you, or he gets any, he gets the balls to start attacking himself.
Don't worry, I'll save him. I love.
So it goes to Declan. You're up.
Oh God, I have so many responsibilities on me. I gotta watch out for Al. I gotta.
That's not yours.
Gotta hold Al's big hand, and I gotta feed him twice a day, and
both my arms are bleeding.
sometimes I forget, but I don't care.
They had 2 swords.
Gotta watch out for Al. Defend Thatch from this man.
Make sure Gypsy Joe doesn't break his spine getting up.
And my manager's coming over for dinner tonight.
Oh no!
And I've got 2 dates on the same time. Oh, I love Full House.
Alright.
That's
Oh, no.
Three's Company, you ass.
Whoa!
Shut. We go into like a fight cloud. Cartoony cloud. Fists are flying and stars are as well.
Alright, well, I was gonna challenge that dwarf, but that seems fine.
Yeah, the-
pixie handle it.
I'm gonna make it so the arrow actually does fly in his beard.
Okay.
That's canon. That's
So if she wants to
canon fact.
retrieve it, she has to get it from his beard.
Because it wasn't the worst roll. It was still kind of bad. So
Oh yeah. And I'm going to. Oh man. Ah.
Roll to cry.
I'm gonna do. I guess it doesn't matter which order I do things in. I'm just thinking of what looks coolest.
I'm
Uh,
a little
toss-
cool while I'm trying to save my friend.
I'm gonna toss a divine challenge on the draconian man
Alright.
versus his reflex. It's my
Mhm.
choice. Bad.
Nah.
12.
Nope.
No, I don't get a plus anything, which I guess is the problem with that.
I guess that's why it's a minor.
That didn't do it.
Well then, I learned recently that's why Divine Challenge is a minor, so I still get a standard.
All right.
I'm gonna do a Forbidding Strike.
Oh.
Mamma mia.
That's versus his AC, and there's no helping that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes.
What'd you get?
It's gonna be a 23 overall.
Woo!
You barely make it.
Whoa.
Oh, that ain't cool.
Oh.
That is brutal.
Mm-hmm. So what was it? Just a normal strike, or?
It's a Forbidding Strike, so. Okay, good.
I mean, yeah, you already used your other thing, so.
Gotta roll the damage for it.
Yeah, I know.
So you're using your weapon for this.
Yes, mace.
Okay.
We get 1d8 plus 4 plus 7.
No. No.
D8.
This.
Yeah. Boom. Nice.
11 overall.
You got 18 overall.
What?
7 plus 7 plus 4.
No, that's like plus 2 overall. Right?
1d8
Mm-hmm.
plus 4 plus 7.
So
Seven's
1d8
like
plus
added
11. If your roll was 7, the damage is 18.
Okay, look.
No, I don't feel like that's fair because.
Look.
You are a
It is
giant
right there.
robot with a
Roll
mace.
D8.
Oh, and Declan,
Yeah.
trust me, it is most certainly fair.
Yeah, they're leveling up with us. We
All right.
do a lot more damage,
I'm
but
gonna-
they do a lot more
It
damage.
is really fair.
I smack him in the jaw for 18.
You don't smack him in the jaw. He holds up his shield, and you kind of, like
Smack
you give a sort of a swing that sort of knocks the shield away, and also like smashes into his arm that he's using to hold it up with. So,
Ow!
so your mace kind of just sails into that, and he kind of recoils, and now he looks away from Thatch at you. He still looks pissed off.
I'm gonna give a +2 bonus to Al against all damage until the end of my next turn.
Hooray!
Nice.
All right.
Is the what's the term for Dragonborn? Is the Dragonborn guy like shaking his arm like when you open palm slap a wall and it sort of recoils through your hand? You're like, ah, God!
Who
Well, you-
open palm slaps a wall?
Angry people, Bodhi. Angry
Okay.
people.
I mean, he is fully armored, so when you hit him, his whole upper body just kind of flies back with his shield because it has the most weight, and he kind of falls back onto his knees and gets back up.
I was gonna use that to defend Thatch, but I guess I pissed him off. So now it goes to Al.
Is it that Adele's turn?
Actually, it's not. It's the male dwarf's turn.
I meant the
Yeah,
resistance
he meant the
goes to Al.
resistance.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Don't ever talk to me.
All right. And now the dwarf, sort of flabbergasted by the arrow in his beard, looks over at what the pixie was shooting at in the first place, and he sees Nyx,
Oh,
and he's like,
shit.
"Thought you could hide in the shadows, did you?"
What is that?
And he readies his mace, and he gives another swing in your direction.
I'm dodging.
I already used
I'm gonna
that.
use my athletics to get out of the way.
What?
That's what
Yeah.
dodging basically
He rolls.
is.
Whoop, nope. He rolls a 7. There's AC.
Oh, well, no.
I don't think you're just allowed to say you can dodge
Yeah.
anytime you want. You need an ability for that.
Yeah.
I have a free dodge feat, woman. I have
But you
no
already-
idea what free pertains to in that.
I thought you already used that.
Yeah,
No,
that's
that was the reroll.
yeah,
That's different.
Cody, that's your racial trait.
That's not a dodge feat, though. Dodge is its own little skill thing.
You're gonna have to look that up
Is
then.
this from like the site?
Yes!
Yeah, because that's been really faithful so far.
But I like to dodge. I'll Google it.
Yeah,
In the
well,
meantime, I don't think that penetrates my AC.
7.
Did we set up armor on that character, or...?
Oh yes, everything is your sheet is what you are.
There it is! I found it. I'll figure it out in time. My AC is 16.
Okay, so it doesn't quite get you. Alright.
Doesn't quite getcha.
So yeah, he swings and he kind of does a little twist and doesn't land the attack. He seems a little dwarfishly pissed off. Oh!
Oh!
And next up is
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try to do what I did last time. Color spray.
Al, you need to readjust where your mic is.
Okay.
Al, that's worse.
Yeah, no. Here I am.
somehow got further away.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to use color spray again. It, once again, is intelligence versus will.
Ow, swallow your mic. Jeez.
Alright, so I rolled a 13 plus 4 for 17 overall versus will.
First against who, Al?
Well, okay, it's a close blast 5, and it's each creature in the blast.
Oh.
Whoa.
Okay.
Is that an at-will power or is that an encounter power?
This is an encounter action.
Oh, you already used it once, Al. You can't use it again. Even if it misses, that counts.
What?
Yeah. That's why I can't use my cool power anymore. I blew it.
Can I use a different encounter power?
Yes, but you can only use an encounter power once per encounter, so, like, keep track of which ones you've used in an encounter.
Alright.
Because you flubbed that one, we're taking away your turn.
Take 5 damage.
Okay. Alright, so then I'm going to use Burning Hand.
Oh,
Should I roll? Okay, should I roll again, or should?
No, you don't. I don't think you have to roll again. I guess it's up to Sean, but I feel.
Okay, because this one's intelligence versus reflex, so it's the same stat. I got 17 versus reflex, and that's also a close blast 5, each creature in blast. So.
Okay. Well, you need to tell me what you're targeting.
Well, it's close blast 5, so it's each creature within 5 things. So like all these dudes.
Yeah, pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
Alright.
That is everyone. Wow.
Does it target only enemies or?
I think it does. I don't feel. But
It would.
I mean, it should.
Because otherwise, you are definitely going to hit other people.
It doesn't say anything. I'm going to assume it's just the enemies. It doesn't say anything about hitting other people on my team.
Alright.
Alright, so rolled 17 versus reflex.
Okay. Let's see. It's going to. It's not going to hit the pixie. It's not going to hit the dragonborn. It is going to hit the dwarf female lady. And it is also going to hit the male dwarf. And it is going to not hit the elf.
Okay, so then that's 2d6. Alright, so that's 9 plus 4, so that's 13 fire damage.
Alright. So you, for the others that you missed, it kind of sparks under their feet, but nothing really happens. But the two that you do hit, especially the dwarf lady wearing fur, it sort of catches her fur-lined robe on fire. And, yeah, she seems to be very upset with this, and the dwarf's beard catches on fire.
Oh,
Well,
Enough with the beer!
my bears!
wait, My beard's already orange. It doesn't need to be black now. All right, they're going to take the image, and they're going to finally pat themselves off. And next, Joe. Joe. All right. Now then, Joe is going to, again, he's going to attack the Dragonborn. He seems very set on this Dragonborn. And then he kind of looks at you, Aqualis, after you making an attack on him. He's like, "This one's mine, Sonny."
Sure thing, old man.
Kind of ignores what you say as he.
My servos whir as I roll my eyes, but you can't really roll robot eyes, so they just actually rotate in place.
Oh wow! All right, that's gonna hit.
Way to go, old man. Woo.
He's going to hit for.
Woo.
All right, 8 damage. So he's going to swing his axe down. The Dragonborn's going to lift his shield again, but the axe is just going to cut straight through, kind of leave a dent that goes through that and into him. And he's going to yank it out with a little bit of blood trickling out with that. And
He had a mechanical
heart.
You find this man.
Mechanical heart. All right. Next up is a dwarf female, after patting herself off in the fire, being completely pissed off that her favorite robe has been ruined.
Oh no.
Oh no, not Dignan.
She is going to take aim at Vane.
Oh, what?
At least before her, as she seems to have given up trying to, hit Aqualis over there. She's going to angle her staff over the next best person. She's going to charge it up and fire it again for 18 versus AC.
Damn it. Yeah, it hits.
Sure.
Yep,
Right.
that's 17.
Oh.
It just barely. Like, Vane wasn't paying attention. She was looking at something else, and she whirs around, and she gets cut off as shot.
Yeah, so she holds her staff and it fires out a bolt, which is like an orb.
Oh, it's like.
Ow!
David?
Sorry.
Just let him be. He's interacting with the dog.
Anyway, who is saying what now?
I think it barely hits because you're like about to defend with the sword, but it actually just sort of slides up the curved sword and hits you in the chest.
Oh, I like that.
All right, so it's going to do. All right, you're in luck. It only does 6 damage,
Good.
so it's sort of going to burst on you.
Ouch.
It seems to dissipate pretty quickly. You're up next, Mac.
Good. Alright, so Vane kind of stumbles back, and she has the state of mind to whirl around real fast, and I'm going to do the Aegis of Shielding on Mr. Dragonborn back there, and basically it's a minor, and what it does is it marks a target, and if the target makes an attack at someone else that isn't me, then they get a -2 penalty on their attack rolls, and if it hits and it's within 10 squares of me, I can do a immediate interrupt to make them take less damage. So just we gotta keep in mind that he's marked, and I can interrupt if he tries to hit anyone.
Do you have to roll to mark him?
I don't think so. It doesn't say so. It just says I can mark him.
No, you don't have to roll a mark.
So my eyes glow. I guess I don't know what marking would look like.
Hey, you marked. You point at him.
You can toss a little dagger into his armor with a little red what is it? I don't know, cloth on the end.
Maybe. Well, it's an arcane power, so I imagine
Oh.
it just starts like glowing or something. Like
Yeah, then you shoot orange glowy at him.
orange
You
glowing.
shoot Sunny D.
Yeah, it's like shooting thermal stuff from Lost Planet 2.
Well, I whirl around, eyes glowing. He starts glowing. Then I quickly swing around again, and I'm going to just go ahead and swing at this. The yellow one is the female, right?
The yellow one is the female elf with the 2 swords.
Oh, okay. And the pink one is the female, the one that just.
Dwarf.
Alright,
Yes.
good. That's what I thought. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and swing right at that dwarf, bitch.
Well,
Alright.
Can't believe you have a power the exact same as mine, and this whole time you didn't help me with my marking ability. I've never had to roll for Divine Challenge at all. It's the exact same thing as that.
Eat it.
Is it?
No one ever helped me with that.
Oh my goodness.
I've been rolling for a thing I don't even need to.
Bad dog. Bad.
Well,
Shit.
that's unfortunate.
Shit.
I thought you knew it was rolling.
Okay, well now I'm gonna rule.
Alright, let's see here. What? Okay. So it's going to be against their AC.
Ow.
Good. I got a 3 plus.
Oh.
Do I get anything for that? I don't think so. I don't get
What for what?
just an attack roll. Do I add anything to it?
Eat it.
I'm having a moment.
What do you do? Are you using a normal attack or a...
Yeah, I'm doing a basic attack.
It's 8.
Do I add 8? Alright, so then 11.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think that was gonna hit.
Eat it.
You slice, and it kind of cuts a little bit of the scruff off the fur-lined robe again, and she seems to be just getting more angry at her fashion being torn up before her eyes.
Isn't there also a bonus because of the new sword you have?
That is, instead of having like 6.
Yeah, I assumed you
I went
factored
from
that.
having 3 to 8.
Mm-hmm.
Sure that includes that?
Mm-hmm. It says it right here. Focused experience, greatsword, gain bonus attack and stuff. So it's included.
I mean the.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean the special one you picked up from the last encounter.
Bit.
I don't get any of that until I actually do damage.
Oh, all right.
That would be plus damage.
Oh.
Eat it.
Yeah.
Eat it.
Oh my God, Al! Punch the dog or something.
Al, you have a mute microphone button.
Eat it. Bad dog.
He's gone.
Daddy. Daddy.
Bad.
Daddy.
We'll remind him the next time he's back.
So yeah, I'm bleeding. I
Eat it.
swing. Good old miss, but I hit her tattered coat.
Mm. All right. Now
Oh.
it is.
I'm gonna put a mark on him so I know this dude's marked. Just for. Oop, that was terrible.
Yeah, 1 pixel. I'll do it.
Oh yeah, I should probably actually. I think I'll do that. Don't worry about it.
Well, I already did it.
Well, now I'm gonna do it, and it's gonna go right over your mark. All right.
All right, fine.
So that's the bloodied symbol.
Elf's turn, and the elf seems to have a very, very curious interest in you, Al, as she's going to again attack you.
She starts making out with you.
She's gonna start sucking your dick. No.
Whoa.
Ah!
She's going to roll for a basic attack. She's going to roll a
These pixies in their basic attacks.
12 versus AC.
Is Al here?
I don't think he is.
Leave it.
Hold on.
Leave it.
Hold on.
Leave it.
Hold on.
Leave it.
Matt.
That's fine.
Yeah, we don't even need Al. I have his sheet. Well, we don't have his new sheet, I guess.
I do. I think. Well, I prefer him to tell me.
I mean, what was your roll?
12
12.
Versus what?
AC. I don't think it's gonna hit.
No. It does not.
Well, I'd rather have him here.
Well, we're not going to skip them, but just to get this out of the way.
So he's gonna swing, and it's gonna get lost in his fur.
Well, that's as good a part as any to end this recording. Bam!